Hi everyone, it's Helen Godden here and thanks for joining me. I wanted to answer some questions for you about how my block of the months really work. I've had a few inquiries and I want to try and explain some of these things for you. Now, block of the month traditionally was where you signed up and a shop or a group would post your fabric each month and a pattern for you to work at home in isolation and create that little block with maybe nothing more than a sheet of instructions. So what we do with our online block of the months is that we have a private Facebook group, and within that Facebook group is where you get together with all the other students that have joined in, and within that group you get access to the designs to print out, so there's no posting to you or waiting, okay? And then with those designs, I have a video to show you how to enlarge them, how to trace it onto your pattern, onto your fabric. And then I have full videos of painting the whole block, which you could do in applique if you wish, but you've got the colour chart to work with. And then a whole video of quilting the whole block, which of course can be done on your domestic machine, your long arm machine. You could quilt it by hand, but that's I won't be helping you much with that. But as far as the machine quilting, that really is my expertise. So within that group, you've now had access, without any postage costs, to that design, to the quilting and the painting, an entire class, okay, for you to actually watch, not try and read on a piece of paper, just like being in a real classroom. So I'm there all the time to answer any questions, but the other beauty of these Facebook groups is that we have a whole community of quilters from around the world. I have students from everywhere join in and we all work together on these blocks. So it's a real community experience within the Facebook group where some of them that are ahead of you that little bit, they'll offer advice, show you what they finished for the block, etc. So it's a really great way to learn together. Now it is block of the month, so it comes out monthly, and that is true for this year's block of the month. But my previous 3 blocks of the month, you can join in at any time. You do not have to wait each month for the content. So once you're in there, you could binge watch if you want to and watch all the content over a weekend. That'd be crazy. But you could do the whole thing. You could actually binge watch and do all the painting, all the quilting, and spend like a whole week with a friend and have like a quilting retreat of your very own watching my block of the months. So that's how they work. They are quite unique in that they are a painted block of the month. I really don't believe there's anyone else in the world that does this. And the fact that it's through the Facebook group, it really works very well. So you do have to at least be a member of Facebook, okay? So that's how they work. So if you think, oh no, I can't paint, I can hear you saying it from here, you don't have to have any painting skills to be able to join in with what I do. They're very basic skills. If you want to think of it this way, I'm not getting you to paint a realistic cat, let's say, with shadows and light and perspective and fur and texture. We're painting a design of a cat. I hate to say the whole paint by numbers, but that is kind of what it is. But as we go on through the different challenges, you can learn more skills as we go. But totally for the first block of the month, the Quirky Collections, you do not have to have any painting skills to join in this block of the month. So these are some of the beautiful paints we'd be using. These are Lumiere paints. They are a beautiful metallic and pearlescent paint. These are my absolute favourites. They're in acrylic, but the thing with these is they work on the dark fabric. So you can see, for instance, in this example, the paint works on a dark fabric. It doesn't sink into nothingness. It is pearlescent and metallic and stays on top and gives us the beautiful colours. Now, when my quilts are finished, people think I've used satin and silk in some kind of applique because that is the sheen that these colours give off. So they're absolutely beautiful on the black fabric. And I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about painting with these, how to use the brushes, how to get great brush control, how to clean these brushes, what brush to use when. This is all the stuff I teach you, all different painting techniques, blending techniques, colour combinations. You will learn it all in these online classes. And the results we've been seeing from my previous students is quite amazing. People love it. They find it so relaxing. When I'm teaching a classroom of this, it's amazing how all the students have been chitter-chatter all the time, and suddenly we're painting, everyone's quiet. Everyone's relaxing and so involved in what they're doing, they really enjoy it. So I reckon you'll enjoy it as a variation to your applique or your piecing routine, but it will still incorporate all that quilting and you'll learn so many new styles. What I actually do throughout the whole class is encourage you to have what's called a doodle diary. Okay, and in that diary we actually practice each of the new designs I show you, and so you start to build up a repertoire of designs. So here's our doodle diary and you'll start to build up those designs, okay? So with our blocks of the month over the last 3 years, I've had to increase the skill base and the challenge to keep up with all of those that have been working with me with these different blocks of the month. So the very first one, Quirky Collections, is at a base level for beginners, absolute beginners to painting, etc. It really is an entry level. It's the easiest one to do. It's at a slow pace. If you're looking for your first block of the month to do with me, that would be the one to go for. So with our second block of the month, that was Feathered Friends, and it comes in at that medium level. It isn't really harder, it's just that the designs are a little bit more complex, a few more areas to actually paint. The blocks are a bit bigger. The quilting, I do push you a little bit harder with more styles and challenging you a little bit, but it is still totally achievable, okay, guaranteed. The third one was Curiouser and Curiouser, based on Alice in Wonderland, and the difficulty factors here came in again with more detail in each block and the fact that the blocks were all different sizes. So that became more of a challenge as to how to physically put the thing together at the end. So that was really the challenge with that one. So this fourth one that we're making this year, Midnight Magic, is really aimed at those of you who have done those block of the months with me previously. So anyone can join, but it is going to be best if you have done one of my block of the months previously. So have a think about that, of the different levels that you can join in on, easy, medium, hard, or now this new one, which is Masters. And if you do feel like you need more of a helping hand when it comes to your free motion quilting, I have got my 2 DVDs, the beginner's one and the advanced one. Now they're only $10 each from my website. This has got 2 discs in this box. This one is based on my beginner's class, which is Liberation from the Ditch. That's my popular class that I teach all the time in Houston every year. And this is going to take from absolute beginner, giving you the basics, holding your hand to get you started on free motion quilting, whether you're on your Sweet 16 or a domestic machine, any machine at all. And then when you're ready for more styles, more variations, that's where you'll get this 50 styles of quilting, and that's going to really help you expand that repertoire. So they'll help you as well if need be, but otherwise within my block of the months, I do teach you lots of quilting styles and really expand on your quilting repertoire. So I'm going to share with you just one block, just one, of the new block of the month, Midnight Magic. So here it is. So this one is squirreling around, okay? So it features some little squirrels playing there in the acorns. Now this is the style that we'll be working on for this year's block of the month, where we're going to have a circular design in the middle with the area around the block to do different styles of quilting. I've quilted this one with some diagonals, but I have got some other plans for us, okay? But this is the style. So this is finishing 12 inches with a 9-inch circle. But yeah, that just gives you a little taste of Midnight Magic and the style of this next block of the month. I'd like to share with you some of the wonderful emails I've received from previous students in my block of the months. It's just awesome, okay? Georgia here, she says, I'm loving this process and I'm just a little impressed with myself. I've never been successful with anything painting in my life. Thank you, Helen, for the amazing tutorials. And then Beryl says, thank you so much. I've enjoyed the journey with all the Wonder Women in our Curiouser and Curiouser. A big thank you for the design and assistance along the way, and a special thanks to your partner in crime, Inika, for her great videos. She's the one behind the camera. Hi. And then this one from Leslie. Thank you, Lady Helen. It's been an exciting journey with you and Inika down the rabbit hole. Can't wait for next year. This one is from Lisa, and she has gone on to do so many of my classes. Feathered Friends, I look forward to my monthly dose of instructions and videos. Thank you so much, Helen. What you are doing and the format that you are delivering this in is working really well and is really appreciated. So there you go. And so with the skills that you will learn in my block of the month, I've had so many students send me emails and photos showing me how they've used these skills in other projects. A lot of them then buy my other patterns that I have online and then paint them rather than applique them. People have done that with my Christmas countdown quilt-along. I've seen some painted versions, whereas I only started with a quilted version. I love seeing people taking it to the next level. So when you look online, I have other patterns you could work with. I have a beautiful pattern called Wildflower 9 Patch, based on the wildflowers of Australia, another project that you could work with. I have a creative process online. One is based on Year of the Rooster, and another pattern called Polygon Parrots, where I've painted this to look like it's paper piecing. I've also got some other designs in Quilted Doodle Do and Quilted Doodle Do 2. People have painted those. Look what Lyndall's been doing with my designs. I just love seeing how they can take my black and white image and create this gorgeous painted piece. It's really exciting. And then I'm very excited to say we have a new pattern coming out soon. So if you work with our block of the month, you'll be able to use those skills in this brand new pattern coming out later this year that's called Elizabeth's Lost Dress. And it's based on, when I was in England, I went to Hampton Court and we saw this beautiful piece of fabric. It was gold with hand embroidery on it. It had been changed into an altarpiece. And when they had a close look at the fabric, they realised the altarpiece had been something else. It had been a bodice of Elizabeth I's dress. And so this beautiful gold fabric has these gorgeous hand embroidered floral designs. I'm now using those designs to create 9 blocks for you so you can create your very own Elizabeth I, the Lost Dress. So that's going to be coming out later this year. Don't tell anyone. Actually, tell everyone. But you know, once you've learnt these skills with me, you can apply these to so many other things, and that's what I love seeing my students do. So I'm super excited about this new block of the month. You now have 4 to choose from. Quirky Collections, Feathered Friends, Curiouser, and the brand new one for this year, Midnight Magic. So if you have any other questions or comments, please just write them below and I will answer those. Pop me an email, look at my website. I've got more information there. I'm so excited. Can't wait to see you all. See you later. Bye.